Now, Shia LaBeouf has been a problem, okay? This interview is all over the place as far as word salads and saying one thing and then saying another thing. He has had issues with all of his girlfriends. He was such the hubby. He was such a little nerdling on the Disney Channel and all that, and then he really wanted to be a tough guy. And so now he's tatted up and he's got this beard that's all messy and sloppy, and he is talking about but now he's saying that he's gotten clean and he's really trying to work on himself and get to be in a healthy place. Good for you if you can do that with all that has gone on, and if you can face that, more power to you. But I don't see that we're there yet. He starts saying that he vilified his own father for years. Said that the dad was the problem, he was abusive, he was all these things. But his dad never was the problem. He was very loving and kind. Wait, what? Back the train up. How do you hurt someone's reputation so immensely, but none of it's true? You just totally lied about someone? Is that what he's saying? Or is he... It doesn't make any sense.
I want to hit my dad up. Now, here's a man who I done vilified on a grand scale. I put all this shit in the street and used him, juiced my dad as like, this is the reason I'm fucking foul out here. You know, I'm come from this wayward upbringing, and, you know, my dad is the reason I'm such a fuck up. You know, he's a biker and a wild man and a criminal and a da-da-da and abusive and I wrote this narrative, which was just fucking nonsense. My dad was so loving to me my whole life. Fractured, sure. Crooked, sure. Like, wonky for sure. But never was not loving. Never was not there. He was always there. He was always there. And I done a world press tour about how fucked he was as a man. Because it didn't position me as like this wounded, fractured child that you could root for, which is what I was using him for. And so when I got on the phone with him, I took accountability for all that and knew very clearly that I couldn't take it back. You know, my dad was gonna live with this certain narrative about him on a public scale for a very long time, you know, probably the rest of his life. And I done put all this shit in the street, you know. I told him, you know, what I was doing, and it went just like, you know, hey man, I'm in this program, I'm learning to be a decent man one day at a time. I know I done fucked you over here, you know, I done put your shit in the street, and I know I made it harder for you to move around in the world, and I defined you as like this villainous character when really you were like an amazing dude for me in my life, and like, you know, I really look up to you and the way that you've moved through your failings and the father that you've been to me. You've been a great man to me. And if there's ever anything I can do, be it blood, counsel, money, whatever, if there's ever anything I can do to make your life better in any way, please don't hesitate to let me know.